Dude, there's all these, see these little red, I think they're garnets, little red rocks. They're everywhere.
Oh, cool.
Dude, they're everywhere. Look at this one. You ever seen a color rock like that? This one's mine now. But they're everywhere. I've never seen so many like garnet, like red. Look, just in that view,
Wow.
there's like probably 40. I've never seen that many.
So are you, Glenn, are you on top of the mountain or are you in the canyon or what is happening?
That's a very good question, actually. On top of the world.
Are you?
No,
Great.
no, no. Chaco Canyon is essentially a very isolated canyon that is in the middle of nowhere, New Mexico. So this is, I just sent you this photo. So I'll
Wow.
give you, so I am at a mountain that is like 20 minutes down the street, probably like
Uh-huh.
30 minutes down the street. This is the closest mountain to it that has signal, because there's no
Okay.
signal up there. It's in the middle of the fucking desert. Um, and when I say in the
Good for
desert,
you.
like in the actual, so this mountain is is the closest one. Dude, I've never
Wow.
seen some of the colors on these. Look at this one. Look at that color. Dude, that's crazy. So that's what I'm doing. I'm in a canyon slash mountain, right next
Gorgeous.
to the death portal.
We're smack
Just
dab in the middle of the Navajo Nation, right?
Yeah, it's Navajo.
And are you there
Angela,
alone?
welcome. Me? No, I'm never alone. Never alone. Have my star family with me always. My counsel. Ignore my nose. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe I hit on something.
Human wise. Besides us, of course.
Oh, my otter joined. My God. I couldn't even force it to join. Human wise, I'm never alone. Human wise either. I'll be honest with you.
Okay.
But as far as another human being, there's no other human being up here that I'm aware of. Although there's definitely spirits up here for sure. Mute myself. That's...
A big thanks to everybody that's here live and all that will be watching the playback. Thank you so much for joining us. Feel free to write in the chat where you're joining us from. We'll give it maybe just a couple more minutes for others to join.
Are you getting a lot of sound from this?
Sound from what?
Like wind?
Not really.
Yeah, I was hoping some of the crew would actually, who's going to be there with us, is going to hop in. That would have been great.
It's okay. All in perfect alignment. We're holding space regardless. I think also I'll go ahead and just kind of kick us off with a little bit of information about the Four Corners and the Chaco Canyon Vault. Yeah, definitely a lot of energy the last few days and the last week or two. Lots of shifting, lots of transmuting. I keep seeing this golden axis through the earth. And I feel like it sort of relates, sort of imagining a pillar of golden white light descending through the Four Corners area and weaving through Chaco Canyon like liquid starlight. Thinking of it not simply as a location, but more of a resonance capsule, a pulse node in the crystalline grid of heart grid of Gaia. And as the pillar flows into the earth, it sort of penetrates the surface ley lines, untangling distortions and recoding with starseed harmonics, the inner earth passageways, awakening hollow temple corridors guided by ant people, serpent wisdom keepers, and crystalline watchers, and planetary memory layers, also activating solar glyphs buried beneath epochs of lots of different timelines, some distortions, interference perhaps. And so we're sort of gathering in resonance today to harmonize the field and sort of clear out all that no longer serves us both individually and collectively. And so there's some guardians and guides that have stepped forward to be with us on our journey, always aligning with the resonance of our earth families, our star families, and stepping into the field of quantum flow and 0 point energy. The indigenous peoples of the land and land guardians sort of step forward to remind us that the land is not owned, but rather remembered. Noting that the vault beneath the land belongs to harmony, and reminding us that we don't necessarily open it, but rather we become it. So there's lots of different lineages sort of dropping in with their wisdom, feeling Andromedans, Arcturians, blue avian Lyran hybrids, ancestors from the Vega constellation, coming to resonate with us and reminding us that we're not separate from what sleeps below. There's also, as Jacob mentioned, lots of dragon energy, lots of diamond children, sort of crystalline children energy, like flowing through the joy of the song lines, bringing in and helping us anchor the original blueprint returned in form. As Gaia sort of stepped forwards to remind us that the vault was never closed in punishment, but rather sealed in love. waiting for the frequency of true reunion, inviting us to come not as warriors or wanderers, but coming as children of remembrance. As she overlays and projects a symbol into our field, a 12-pointed star surrounded by um, lots of dragon energy and sort of spiraling serpents of light is what I just heard. We're being invited to carry this frequency as vault guardians, not to claim, but to harmonize. So with that, I'm going to turn it back over to Fateboi and have him show us where he's joining us from and bring in a little bit of those land frequencies, mountain codes.
Yes, can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Yeah, perfect. So thank you so much for that epic drop in. Um, yeah, definitely echoing that sentiment. I am sitting, so Chaco Canyon, which I was at, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half ago, is a epic. I don't know, I'll give you the view. Sorry, I'm like trying to talk. I have to be careful because I'm on top of something that is like pretty precarious. If you could see where I'm sitting at. So it is a death portal out in the New Mexico desert. There's also some womb and like angelic frequencies out there too. But there's no signal out there. It's in the middle of nowhere, like literally in the middle of nowhere in the desert. I think I drove 17 miles on an unpaved road to get to it. It's much easier heading out, but essentially, this is the closest mountain that's near it. So there is a canyon here as well. Let me flip the camera. This is I think it's like 2,400 foot mountain. It's close. Hopefully, it's not super windy, but I'll just give you kind of the view so you can see. Um, About like 20 minutes away, 25 minutes away. It's really interesting here. Rocks, the crystals, codes. Um, I'm on top, so this is a little area here that I hiked up to. Look at this. There's this here, and I was totally blown away because I did not see it when I came in. Um, and what's really cool, I was showing them as I came on the call earlier. There's these red stones. I don't know if they're garnets, but they're everywhere, like literally everywhere, everywhere. They're in the actual stone. So look at this here. So a lot of the formations out at Death Valley have large holes bored into them, large. Like some of them are like 6, 10 feet. Um, they're huge, and I was like, I've never seen formation like that. And I was just kind of intuitively tapping in, and I saw souls like basically sitting in these holes, like they were dead or dying souls. Which we did some research on. So it's Navajo territory. There is a death and rebirth kind of cycle that happens there, but mostly it's frequency that I was picking up. And this is like was mostly death. There is some angelic, there is some like womb rebirth frequency, but what I could feel was just a lot of it wasn't like death as in like, oh, this feels wrong or oh, this feels heavy at all. Like it actually felt really light. It just seemed like a place that it just seemed very natural to me. And I'm not going to walk super far down because if I fall, like, my ankle and all that good stuff, I'm just showing you. So there's the mountain, there's the area there. And this is like I walked in on this little canyon bed. It's like a dried out lake bed. And then I was going to show you where I parked my car. Just kind of grounding you guys into the actual mountain that's like, 20 minutes away, 25 minutes away from Chaco Canyon, which is the reason that we're here to explore the vault. So my vehicle is, hopefully you guys can see this okay. Look at all this cool stuff up here. So I'm parked there. Can you guys see that okay? And I walked up this bed, just right out kind of like bed here. And I walked up all that stuff. Probably the hardest route. But yeah, sorry if it's a little windy. Just wanted to give you some of the canyon frequency. Yeah, it's really, really interesting. Not only the frequency that's out of Chaco Canyon, which you can see a lot from the road, and like a lot of people were camping there overnight, so it seems like a pretty epic camping spot because you're kind of secluded. But like I said, the rocks there, I've never seen cliffs and rocks of that have these holes, like crescents and holes just carved into them. I'm pretty sure there's a name for it that we had whenever we were doing the research. I'm going to get us back to the mountainside here. But yeah, it was a very natural, very rebirth frequency, death. There was like these white markings on some of the rocks too. So that's where I was like getting a little bit of the dragon slash angelic, maybe even Sophia as a way too. There was just like, I don't know if it's the way that the let me show you on this mountain. So if you zoom in here, can you guys see this okay?
Mm-hmm.
So there's like these caves. And then down to the left here, if I zoom in down to the left here, there's like this formation right there. You see that? It almost looks like a face. Like right there, kind of carved into it. Um, but yeah, that's what I have here. Hopefully, I'll just continue to grid this area while we, if you want to, you can use my location as well as kind of a an access point. You can feel free to connect to where I'm sitting at here, right next to this mountainside, and I'm about probably 20. Well, as a crow flies, probably like 25 minutes away as a crow flies. I don't know if they have that saying in Australia, Jacob, but it's like a straight line, essentially. So yeah, that's what I got. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for anchoring us in such a wonderful, truly lots of energy coming through that place. So thank you so much for grounding us there. I'm going to go ahead and officially drop us in. So let's get comfortable where we're sitting. Taking a couple of deep breaths into our sacred crystalline heart, into the womb of Gaia and the vault of the stars above. Stepping into our central channel as we align it with our higher self, with our oversoul, with our true north, and with our highest golden destiny timeline through our direct connection to organic source, bridging the most authentic and aligned connections between this beautiful star network that we're calling in, and calling on the energy reserves of the land that are aligned to assist us in our process today. Opening now the sacred convergence by the power of the golden pillar anchored in the four corners, by the breath of the cosmic whales who sing new timelines into being, by the stillness of the vault and the joy of the diamond crystalline children. We enter not as takers, but as witnesses, not as seekers, but as rememberers. We align with the Aramatena frequency, crystalline, pure, 12th dimensional light, and we harmonize our being with the land, the sky, the stargates, and the soul of this place. As we call to the guardians of the land, to the Dine, Hopi, the Zuni, the Ute, and all Earthkeeper lineages of this sacred quadrant, to the ancestors in the stone, the winds, and the canyons, to the grandmothers of red earth and crystalline bones. We come with the deepest reverence. We ask your permission. We ask to walk gently upon your songlines. We ask to be received in harmony as stewards of Earth's awakening. We offer our personal codes of remembrance, along with prayer, sounds, land elementals, and our deepest presence. May our steps remember your ceremonies. May our voices echo your truths. And to the whales of the stars, Arcturian, Syrian, and Andromedan time weavers, who hold the memory vaults of Gaia in their sacred vibration. We call you now to swim through our ceremony, sing through the spiral gates, hold us steady in grace and neutrality as the old timeline framework dissolves and the new harmonics are born. Anchor your tones into the spine of the mountains and transmit your memory to the golden river flowing beneath Chaco. And shifting our focus to call upon the ascended feminine flame, white buffalo calf woman, we call you forward. You who carry the peace pipe and the codes of unity, stand with us at this threshold and assist us in calling in all parts of ourselves across all timelines, lifetimes, spaces, dimensions, and realities, welcoming them home, greeting them with a smile as we call in all of our codes across all of our multidimensional awareness, across all time continuums, galaxies, and universes alike, anchoring all of our fullness into this now moment, in this vessel now. Bringing in the sacred circle of ascended mentors, Yeshua and the Magdalene, Kutumi and the Solar Brotherhood of Light, Kuan Yin and Grandmother Spider, the golden, rainbow, crystalline, and diamond Sophia Dragons, and the Sephianic lineages, Isis and the Nile Sisters, Hathor and the Star Singers of Dendera, gathering together as one voice, one lineage of love and light reborn. We call now to all spirit animals, known and unknown, the hawk, the wolf, eagle, bear, coyote, deer, owl, snake, jaguar, hummingbird. To those who walk, fly, crawl, and swim, guardians of the dream and the grid, holding space together for transmutation, allowing your forms to weave the new pathways, letting your essence guide our bodies into sacred balance. We invite also the star kin of the Navajo cosmology from Sirius, Orion, Pleiades, Arcturus, Lyra, and beyond. May your harmonic codes awaken within us. And your remembrance restore the soul nerves. We call now to the etheric vaults buried in sacred alignment, and to the mountain peaks that hold the keys. Shiprock, Ute Mountain, Mesa Verde, Navajo Mountain, San Francisco Peaks, and the Colorado Rockies. Standing tall as ancient conductors of light, open your crystalline crowns. Release the encoded harmonics of the Earth's solar record. We ask now that the vault beneath the land attune to our unified field, not to be opened by force, but to awaken through harmonic witness. May we become the tone of remembrance. May we serve as tuning forks for this holy land. And may all we anchor be for the highest good of every all. We gather now to harmonize. We activate to remember. And we listen, not for answers, but for alignment. May the vault of joy open in laughter. May the pillars of light remain steady. And may the golden sphinx rise, not as a monument, but as a living field of sacred memory walking within us. Anchoring with a couple more deep breaths deep into your body. Focusing beyond your physical heart to your eternal spark of life as we spark this remembrance together. from a space of love, gratitude, and reverence, and so much appreciation to all of our friends, ancestors, and guides for holding this sacred space around us as we call forward all the energies that are ready to be seen, witnessed, and harmonized in this frequency. Claiming our space and our sovereignty as we affirm the completion codes that are readily available to us. It is done. It is sealed. It is witnessed in love. As we open up to the co-channeling piece of today, I'd love to hear what energies are stepping forward for each of you. Whether you prefer to drop that in the chat or come off of mute.
Got the crystalline children in the place. They are so keen to help. So I put them in.
Love that. They're sort of dancing around with all these little wispy lights around them in my field.
I mean, the second I brought them in, they started doing gridding over that big bed of energy where that reserve of energy is. They're just prepping a bunch of stuff for us.
Love that. I'm also sort of feeling the call to call forward the etheric networks of vaults, sort of gridding these rainbow bridges and connections between all of the points anchored by the mountains. Just awakening and enlivening golden harmonics as support for the higher octaves of frequency that we're calling in and anchoring. Allowing that to flow into this golden pillar of liquid light plasma. As the star families sort of hold the space around the pillar, they're also assisting in kind of bridging these connections and harmonizing this golden frequency to the highest resonance. I just heard Venusian portal. So grounding and anchoring all aligned star family codes. As we bring them with us into the etheric vault. We want to go deeper with this. I can guide us a little bit further as we sort of sit with the energies that are stepping forward.
Real quick, I had something that came through for me as I was just kind of tapping in because I'm walking essentially right now. So what came through for me was like, the purpose is we are embodying the frequency of our highest golden timeline. Also, like remembrance, there's a lot of reconciliation frequency that's coming through as well. The codes, scrolls, sigils, symbols, flame braided scrolls, it may come through consciously, it may come through unconsciously, it may be something that you're feeling in your body. When I was in Chaco Canyon earlier, it was a lot of like sacral, lower solar plexus sacral. That I was feeling, and then even kind of like this low kind of like humming in a way, like humming it as in like my cells were humming. So it could be subatomic, it could be cellular, it could be DNA as well. I was just asking to kind of like for the healed ancestors to kind of show me what I was, what I could see essentially. And I got this sense of basically descending underground. So like entering through kind of like a portal, because there are these large like circles, half circles, crescents that are carved into all of the Chaco Canyon, and almost like dissolving through that. And I got this sense of like going underground, like not falling, but essentially like a controlled descent is the best way that I could explain it. I saw like banded stone. So there's like layers. The bands were mostly like vertical, like light. The layers, the stone itself is like tan, beige, a lighter colored stone. And I was just asking, the guides that were there, the healed ancestors, is mostly what I was feeling. But also my guides and the guys that were there, I was like, show me what I can essentially, what can be seen. And I got the thought, because we did the Salt Lake City call, which is the grid, the vault, which is where you're sitting at, the vault, Salt Lake City granite vault. And then I kind of just tapped in intentionally and just connected that through the earth grid. So just that bridge that we were talking about, essentially through the mineral kingdom, through the quantum mycelium, with the assistance of the earth beings. I can see them, but I don't have like a name that's coming through. They hide their face. They're wearing masks because they think that they don't appear to us as something that is acceptable, so they wear masks on their face. But I can, it's a lot of frequency essentially. And there is kind of this like vault network in a way, very light in color, very golden, very it's I guess it's frequency, but it's also flowing too. I see it's not musical notes, it's, I guess the word that came to mind was glyph, glowing glyph, that are kind of like folded and banded, and they're kind of like flowing in this stream, this vault stream to the other vaults, because we had called in the vault network as well. But yeah, that's what came through for me. So I'm complete for now. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing that. I'm definitely feeling lots of presence all around.
I'll share. Hi, guys. I've been feeling the sisters from the various native lands, the sisters that have been murdered and missing. And I know it's not the lightest, brightest topic, but it's just been coming into my awareness a lot lately. And then when I traveled to Santa Fe and saw this incredible with Shiprock with I think Fateboi, you remember the picture with the women with all the red handprints across their faces, representing all the girls that have been taken. And connecting now, I just feel this deep sense of gratitude from them. They're just they are, yeah, they have. They're so grateful that we're recognizing them and we're bringing healing to the land. I feel there's been some inversions and distortions around that area that are allowing for that to happen, and I look forward to going there and really cracking that veil open and bringing the light back in with our joy and our celebration. And so yeah, I think it's the beginning, and I think there's more work to do. But I just feel a deep sense of gratitude from them and a connection with them. And I also, we're really feeling the Ute tribe. I was doing a meditation earlier today. It was an anger transmutation. And I saw something that totally confused me. Was my high school volleyball coach. His name was Kit Utes, and he came up so clearly in my head. And I said, why am I seeing this man's face? And the second, and it said it was connected with anger that needed to be processed. And as soon as you were talking about the Dine and the Hopi and the Ute, I was like, oh, the Ute, like I am on Ute territory right now, and I am feeling and transmuting all of that grief and sadness and anger and walking the land. I was called to go to Longmont, Colorado today. I was on the way somewhere else coming back home, and I was 2 lanes away, and Spirit had me just go cross 2 lanes super quickly off the exit. And I was like, okay, show me what I'm doing here. And I was brought to a portal in Longmont that they wanted me to see. That was a sculpture installation. I'll put a photo in the chat, but I knew it was tied to today somehow. And sure enough, it was on Ute territory, but whoever was bringing in that art was really channeling something, because it was they created a Stargate. I mean, it was absolutely beautiful. So I was coming full circle back here home, and bringing in the Rocky Mountains energy to you all, and I'm just so grateful to all of you, and so looking forward to seeing many of you, and it just warms my heart to do this and to be a part of it, and I love you guys.
Thank you for sharing that wonderful experience. One of my favorite things is coming across like a really aligned art. Just going, oh yes, you're perfect.
I just dropped it in the chat.
Oh, beautiful.
Yay, everybody! Yeah, like I have been feeling into the vaults, the pillar system, and now it's like a sphere of epiphany. This is what all of these vaults connect to. Each one of them carries a certain frequency that is brought into the atmosphere of Gaia through the pillars that we are like creating in these certain aspects, and we're pulling them up into this sphere that mingles above Gaia, and this is where all epiphany comes through. We're activating this so that it becomes online, and that's where a lot of the telepathy and everything we had to activate first, the magic that we're bringing in, the connection with the elements, all of it is related because these vaults carry so much information that when they spiral up in the vortex of information, that they mingle with the other spirals of vortexes of information that are on the planet, and each one of them carries a different frequency. But when we're connected to the pillar of light that we produce, we're able to pull in all epiphany, basically. And when it like, so the picture I get is like at the top of these pillars of light, there becomes the 7-pointed star, and at the 7-pointed star, it draws in the information from all other pillars of light. And so, and that mingles and then sends back down through the center of the vortex into our pillar of light and distributes to us on the ground, basically. And that amplifies the information that the minerals can take in, the animals can take in, the plants can take in. It's like this etheric power center that we are activating through when the solstice comes on. It's like this is a ton of energy. It's just coming in just to hit us straight flat in the face, basically. Like, here it is. It's time. That's kind of what I've been connecting to. So hopefully that's a bit.
I love that. The sphere of epiphany. Feels a bit electric to me.
Yeah, it searches and finds until it makes the connection, and when it makes the connection, that's when the lightning bolt connects. That's like the thing I'm hearing from Yeshua is like there's a saying that it's when the Christ consciousness comes onto the earth, it's like a lightning bolt from east to west.
It almost feels like connecting, like the charge between filaments and a light bulb is kind of what I'm seeing as you're describing that.
Yeah, the frequency is intensifying like daily. Like right now, it's like just so many connections, and we're all together, and just like I can't wait to like meet up, do some activation dancing for sure, because like I just feel like that's where it's going to be at for sure. Like our star brothers and sisters are really anxious for us to meet. Like they're like, this is cool. And the inner earth, like, yeah, I think the inner earth beings hold a ton of frequency for this. And like I was like, why I was bringing in the spirit and the power animals is like, these animals that are coming into us are holding a frequency that we ask them to hold for us, and to help us ground and push forward in our masculinity, but leave space open for the femininity of the action that will create, basically.
Yeah, we had actually gotten, thank you for bringing that up. We had actually gotten the intuitive hint to, well, I'm trying to get my camera working here. We had gotten the intuitive hit to make connection to the other vault network. And then we had gotten, I was just kind of tapping in and had gotten, I don't know if that's proper English, got to basically connect the local mountains, the local sites, into the actual vault itself through the earth grid. The ley lines. Even I did some research too, and even if you're in the desert, because New Mexico is a vast, giant desert, that the quantum mycelium still extend into that network as well. So I thought that was like really, I thought that was interesting too. But yeah, the epiphany, yeah, that's interesting because we have been getting kind of this message of not only the in-person frequency, like each gridding event is going to build synergy, but also like as we do the vault calls, the calls are going to basically continue to build synergy as well. And then the inner earth beings, I just want to like echo that they came in so hard, like they came in, I'll say loud. For me, it's like loud or soft. So a lot of times when something comes in very loud, it grabs your attention. So for me, the inner earth beings were like immediately there. The Navajo grandmothers, when I was tapping in earlier, were immediately there too. Like I didn't even have to really tap in, quote unquote. Like they were just really excited that we're here to assist, that we are aligned, that we are remembering and witnessing as well. Exactly what Tatiana said earlier. That frequency has come through, not only witnessing like in the now moment, but also, the past, and then, the future as well. Although we all know, linear time isn't real, but I feel for this specific instance, yeah, there are there is value in that witnessing, and also in saying that out loud, and that frequency, and acknowledging them as well. So I just want to put that into the field, that we do hear them, we do see them, we think about them, we love them, and we hold that space for them, along with all of our guides, all of the healed ancestors of this land, the spirit animals, our animals. Very, very strong frequency came through as well. As soon as I got my foot on the land, it was like, I can literally see the horses, I can literally see the buffalo, you can literally see, like, I can personally literally see them, not like figuratively, not energetically, like I can actually see them. So yeah, that's what came through for me. So thanks for listening.
A couple beings that are coming through for me are like the woolly mammoth and like the saber-toothed tiger. And I think there's like a giant bear like that like is coming through also. And they just want to like kind of let us know that they're holding this frequency in the land for us to be a part of it, and they're like holding the lushness of the land that was there and the cold, and they want us to bring in like all four seasons all at once. Basically, it's kind of, I don't understand it, but like it's a time of like convergence of all, like past, present, future, the seasons, and like when we bring them all together, that's kind of what the vault holds, is this information, basically, that like it's so vibrant and full of life and love, like, and that what we need to see in things is like, even through some of the tragedy that's happened, you know, like we lost all the mammoth and lost like the buffalo, really, are just like, oh wow, we're gone now from these areas. Like where I lived in Colorado, I could totally feel like the buffalo just roaming there, you know, just grazing from the north to the south and just leaving this trail of like eaten grass. But it was just this cycle of life that just had to happen. Like even though there was tragedy that happened, we need to kind of celebrate it in a way that they made it through, and they gave us the opportunity to see this tragedy in our hearts, and that they went through that for the love of us in a way. It's kind of interesting how that aspect is there.
Thank you, Vincent. I just want to chime in. I've been feeling white buffalo calf woman a lot lately. I've been feeling the drum lately, and I sometimes question why I'm here in Colorado, since it's not my homeland. But when you said that about buffalo, you know, I have always had a strong connection to Native American practices and shamanism. I was adopted into the Cherokee tribe when I was 11. I did a vision quest, Night on the Mountain of Fear, by myself when I was 12. Been in many, many sweat lodges, and yet a part of me was kind of lost that aspect of myself. And living here in Colorado, we happen to live right next to one of the only buffalo preserves, and I drive by buffalo almost every other day. And it's such a bizarre, unique, kind of out of time and place sort of occurrence, but I realize it's so perfect at the same time. It's like bringing that frequency back onto the land. There's even quite a few white buffalo calves, even though they're not in the wild. That group is in on a farm, but it's just so amazing to see. Like I wasn't putting two and two together as these calves were being born. I was like, wow, that's a white buffalo calf. And it's like, duh, kind of clicking in my head, like, oh, right. Remember who you are. Remember what it is you're transmuting and healing and remembering. And I feel like as we're converging to the four corners, not only are we bringing together sort of the four seasons, but we're each representing the different directions and elements. And I feel like I'm bringing the north, I'm bringing the mountains, and I'm bringing the clouds, and I'm carrying that love, that remembrance of that sacred time. And it's like the ancient future that we're creating. Maybe one day there will be buffalo roaming the land again. Who knows? But we'll show you some of the incredible cloud energy that we have. And yeah, I look forward to all the directions being represented, all the galactic star family members being represented in person. I'm complete. Thank you.
Yeah, me too. I'm totally tied to the buffalo. Like I've been watching and seeing the white buffalo calves being born, like in a lot of different places, even up in Wyoming. Um, and like when you were talking about the directions, I was like, "What direction am I?" And I was like, "You're coming down from the mountaintop." That's like, and then I heard there's the direction of the being on top of the mountain. There's the direction of being in the valley. Like there's we're just pulling in so much energy from everything together, and I think it's just so amazing for sure. And I appreciate each and every one of you being here on this call for sure. Thank you.
A joy to witness, most definitely. I echo that sentiment. Well, if it feels aligned, we can go on a bit more of a journey and just sort of go a little bit deeper with this. And then we'll see what comes forward and if anyone has shares when we're done. So let's begin again by anchoring into our breath. Not a breath from the lungs, but a breath from the void between worlds. The third breath, the breath of total attunement before sound is sound. Inhaling through the back of the heart, exhaling through the soles of the feet. Inhaling from the crown into your crystalline core, and exhaling through your skin with an audible sigh. Ah, letting your field expand gently in alignment, letting your body soften, letting your field breathe. Remembering that your breath is not air, it's geometry. As a soft pulse of light spirals around you in waves. Inhaling again through the back of your heart. Exhaling down through your feet. Inhaling from the stars above. And exhaling into the womb of the earth. Feel the sensations in your body as you notice yourself going inward. Now, bring your awareness into the pillar. This is the golden white beam anchored through the four corners area, pulsing from the solar heart of Aramatena into the inner vaults of Gaia. You are now inside the pillar, not separate from it. You are its center point. And from here, you feel the presence of watchers. The Dine grandmothers walk forward, their eyes like galaxies, their faces carved from ancient starlight and red stone. They carry obsidian bowls filled with cornflower water and sacred smoke. Each places a hand upon your head, heart, and feet as they anoint you gently, not to initiate you, but to remind you. You are here to remember your place in the circle. You were never outside the circle. You are only remembering how to sit still. As you feel the hand upon you, feel the restoration of your memory, letting them wash away memory fog, feeling your bare feet return to Earth's heartbeat, breathing into that space of remembrance. Behind you now, the golden white pillar begins to shimmer. It's no longer just light. It is a crystalline conduit, a spiral-etched elevator of remembrance, waiting for you. You step inside. The doors are silenced. The air becomes music. With no movement, you begin to descend, not into shadow or density, but into radiant stillness. Passing through the layers of the earth now, the singing stone layer where quartz veins pulse with the stories of the land. The ancient cavern temples where spirits of jaguar, owl, and serpent circle in soft blessing. The inner ocean of Gaia, held in sacred geometry by the whales of the cosmic womb. Finally, we reach the crystalline core, where the vault of remembrance breathes in stillness. You step forward, not into a room, but into a field of pure harmonic coherence. There are no walls. There is only you and the remembrance tone that has always waited. You are met now by the crystalline diamond children who dance around you in spirals of light. They giggle and hand you invisible keys. These are your joy codes, they whisper. You buried them here, and we kept them safe. Breathing deeply now as you hold these keys. The codes do not come in words. They enter through sensation, image, and pulse. You feel a tone in your bones, a warmth in your belly, a spiral unfolding through your heart. These are remembrance codes of who you are before story, before fracture. You are not learning, you are reintegrating. You sit in the vault and allow the codes to settle into your cells, into your auric field, into your biological light body. You feel these codes pulse through you in divine harmony and alignment. And as you do, the star families gather in the vault rings. Sirius sings from the aquifers below, carrying sky serpents through your spine, clear liquid light. Orion chants from the east gate, a disciplined, crystalline frequency, tuning your masculine alignment. Pleiades appears as laughter on the wind, a spiral of feminine grace, softening your edges into joy. Arcturus encodes your field with geometric precision, an architecture of remembrance forming in your light body. Andromeda moves without form, a wave of love that dissolves timelines and sings your soul back home. Let each of these harmonics settle into your cells until the cosmic whales arrive. You can feel them approaching from beneath Chaco, from beyond dimension. The whales sound a tone, low, clear, eternal. You're safe to remember, and you're right on time. The grid remembers you even when you forget yourself. Their tone gently dissolves. All misaligned energies in your field waiting to be released. And as we let it go, we are returned to centered joy, anchored in our high alignment, and breathing into that stillness of sacred remembrance. Allowing the diamond children to step forward as they hold orbs of iridescent light. Reminders, they say. We're here to walk with you until you trust the joy again. Allowing them to take your hand, Let them skip with you into deeper and deeper layers of your internal awareness, your multi-dimensional remembrance. Feeling this frequency as it hums with pure potential, always responding to your field of coherence. Now you hear the tone of your true name, the tone of harmonic convergence, the tone of joy that precedes creation, through the peace that passes all understanding. Breathing it in and allowing it to echo through your light body until you become the tone. White buffalo calf woman now approaches, placing a cloak of soft light around your shoulders. She smiles, and behind her, Sophia Dragons, ascended mothers, and the cosmic whale keepers surround you, singing a final sealing tone. White buffalo calf woman kneels beside you, touching your brow with light. She smiles, and with her breath, she seals the codes in gold. And from above, you feel a transmission, a soft waveform descending into your field and accepting it with love and grace. The pulse of stillness, coherence, and love. This pulse wraps around your field like crystalline wings. And in this moment, you feel the knowing that you are whole, you are heard, and you are harmonized. Allowing that to come to completion. When you're ready, you can return to the elevator, noticing that you do not rise, but that the earth rises through you. You are carried upward, not as a passenger, but as a pillar of light embodied. Breathing now, feeling your body, feeling your spine as you inhale, and pulsing these codes through you as you exhale. Feeling the crystalline codes humming in your bones. We are no longer seeking the vault. We are walking with it inside us. Remembering we are the anchor We are the bridge. We are the joy. Beginning to return. And stepping into that part of yourself that now carries the vault, becoming fully embodied with that frequency, remembering you are the ceremony, you are the harmonizer, you are the tone remembered. When you're ready, gently bringing this into completion, gently affirming it is done, it is sealed, it is harmonized in love. Allowing these codes to ripple through all time and space, through all of the aspects within us. Becoming one with this remembrance, and with all of the guides, helpers, and friends that step forward to assist us in this process today. Harmonizing as one unified energy, and allowing those harmonics to spiral around you and your light body, becoming the beacon for all the world to see. Gently coming back into your physical awareness now. We prepare to share any additional insights and wisdom that are ready to step forward. Through the diamond codes of consciousness, unified and harmonized within and through us, individually and collectively.
Thank you so much. Like, something that's coming through for like it came through to me yesterday as I was in the on the beach, and we were looking at the tide pools. Like the the sea babies came in, like, and they were kind of cool. There was like a ton of like small halibuts, like just tiny little halibuts, like eels. There was hermit crabs. There was just so many things. I touched a sea anemone and it squirted me in the face. It was super fun. Like, and they were just super powerful. They like just in this little like 2 foot by 2 foot section that we were looking at, like we could see just like thousands of these little just babies just trying to survive. Like the halibut would like it would go and it would stop, it would disappear. It was so amazing how well they are adapted to like where they are, and like the safety that was instilled into them from their birth to make it to the now moment. It's I think it's like it's kind of a testament of like who we are, even that brings it into our heart that like we're here now because we are safe, like we have a little bit of safety and like comfort to bring into ourselves, even though like sometimes the chaos around us is just it's could be too much. Like I'm in a supermarket shopping right now, like it's a bit of chaos just walking around it, like but we're all safe here, like we're doing our thing. We're hopefully buying the right things to like help our bodies survive on this planet, so I think that's something that just came in to me as you were dropping this in earlier. So thank you again, appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for that share. I'm sort of being reminded that Fateboi sort of brought up the death portal, and just remembering that death is a multifaceted process, and we're almost rebirthing ourselves through this awakening process, through the layers of remembrance that we uncover as we walk through our many initiations. So just holding space for ease and grace and perfect flow in that process for all of us. We continue to hold space for this sort of grand galactic rebirth.
Thank you so much, Leni, for the incredible, incredible guided journey. That was just wow. I was called over by this rock. Maybe I can share it, like a basin that wanted me to come and sit in it. And as I was meditating, I could feel the vibration and the heartbeat of the rock, of the mountain that I'm on. And I just sort of became one with the mountain, my energy and the heartbeat and of the rocks just sort of fused, and I was grounding my energy, but getting so much in return, so much healing, so much just fusion that kept going deeper as you brought us on that. So it's very magical. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing your little perch with us. It's beautiful. Just sort of feeling a lot of energy streaming through, so I'm holding space for that. Just allowing it to flow. Feels like it's loosening up something. Like this feels very collective, but it feels like something between like the heart and solar plexus like areas. Not sure if that's planetary or just like in the collective unconscious, but just like feeling some shifting happening there. Just holding space for that, calling it to completion. And I'm feeling like big waves of gratitude, just sort of continuing to flush through this harmonized field. And it's from like all over the board, kind of. It's from kind of the nature spirits and the spirit animals, from our families, you know, above and below, the earth ancestors and our star lineages. They're all just sort of holding this space with us and washing that gratitude through the field. Just inviting us to sit in that frequency of full embodiment as we reciprocate the gratitude to all the elementals and all the organic energies at play. And if no one has any further shares, then maybe what feels aligned is to just sit in this frequency, release the container, and carry that forward in whatever way feels most aligned for you. So just anchoring once more into our central channel, into our quantum pillar, expressing love and gratitude to for all the energies that step forward to be with us and assist us today. Calling all of our energy back to us to be fully integrated and harmonized as we carry these codes forward. And releasing all else into the quantum field to be transmuted and harmonized as aligned, always in service to the highest good of every all. Sending love and gratitude to every single one of you for being here and for watching the playback. Thank you for sharing this space of heart alignment. And I'm looking forward to seeing what else wants to step forward in the next few weeks before we visit this beautiful place in the physical. Fateboi, did you want to say goodbye? If you can.
Yeah, I think, can you hear me okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just want to say deep, deep gratitude to every single high frequency soul, high frequency being that joined us on this call today. Those present and those who are watching the playback. And Ashley, thank you so much. Deep, deep, always amazing high frequency channel. Thank you, Leni, Crystal. Thank you, Jacob, as well, for holding space for us and anchoring us. Yeah, and just thank you to every single person. Hopefully something came through for you, and if not, just holding space that that message will be delivered, those codes will be delivered. And either way, we're always exchanging them and sharing them amongst one another. So just deep gratitude for your frequency, your embodiment, your love, and your channel. So thank you so much. I'm complete.
Thank you, everyone. Join me again.
Thanks for bringing us from Chaco Canyon. Oh, he's off.
Yeah. Take care, everybody. We'll see you soon.
You're still on. Okay, great. Yeah, thank you for all of that.